केशव महाराज वैसे तो साउथ अफ्रीकन खिलाड़ी हैं। इस वक्त साउथ अफ्रीका T20 लीग भी खेल रहे हैं और इंसिडेंटली कप्तानी भी कर रहे हैं। वो कप्तानी कर रहे हैं डर्बन सुपर जायंट की। लेकिन केशव महाराज अपनी क्रिकेट के कारण अभी हालिया वर्ल्ड कप में भी और उसके अलावा हिंदुस्तान में बहुत ज्यादा ट्रेंडिंग में चले जाते हैं जब जब वो गाना बजता है राम सिया राम। तो सीधा केशव महाराज हमारे साथ जुड़ गए हैं। And welcome to the show, Keshav. It's just that I can't play that song, Ram Siya Ram, to welcome you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
But since you are Keshav Maharaj, so I can just pray to you with my folded hands.
Namaste. How are you? I would hold both my hands up, but I'm holding one with my phone and trying to hold the phone up. So please apologize on my part.
How's it going? As a captain, somebody who's led South Africa briefly, now the T20 League, Durban Super Giants, incidentally, is also the top of the table.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed the opportunity. I've got some really strong personalities around me and some guys that have a lot of knowledge on the game. So it's just about making sure that I'm making the right calls on the field. But it's been a blessing in disguise for me. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it's helped my game as well, just from a perspective where, as a player, you're so focused on things where you've got to focus on other things now, and you see the game in a different light. So yeah, really privileged to have gotten the opportunity, number one, but obviously to work with some world-class performers.
So, what's been the secret of your team's success other than your captaincy and bowling?
To be honest, I think it's been the togetherness off the field more than anything else. I think we've got a good bunch of boys that are gelling well off the field and it's transferring onto the field. And I think there's a hunger and desire to really, really win, which is a nice, thing to have amongst our group. And, everyone's putting their hands up. And from a cricketing point of view, I think it's been a collective. If you look at it, every game, someone new is putting their hand up and coming to the party. So that's been very, very nice for our team going forward.
And normally in South Africa, on those pitches, this time of the year, the spinners do not get much of a help. So, how difficult is it for a spinner to be somebody who can control the game?
Yeah, look, generally pitches in South Africa are known to be beneficial for fast bowlings. You do get the odd exceptions to at the various venues that you do go to. But yeah, I think it's just about sort of identifying things from the batters. Like that's where the analysis part comes in. And we've got an amazing analysis in Srini. And that sort of helps to combat and try and give you the edge at times when you are facing up the opponents from a batting perspective and when you do come and bowl.
And you've got somebody like Klaasen in your team who, incidentally, I mean, if you go back to the World Cup and the cricket that is being played now, probably plays the spin the best. He's an attacking batsman.
Yeah, very much so. I think, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, Classy against spin was very vulnerable, and now he's probably the best in the world at playing spin. He's gone back and worked really hard on his game, and his mindset towards it is phenomenal. I mean, having him in our side is a huge asset, and also from a learning point of view, just to know how he thinks about when we do combat batsmen who tend to play his style of cricket. So yeah, I think he's done exceptionally well and a huge asset for the Super Giants franchise.
And Keshav, you bowl to the Indians, you bowl to the Pakistanis and the others as well. What separates Klaasen from the others as far as playing spinners is concerned?
I think it's his ability to hit good lengths for sixes and not just fours and twos. He sort of picks up length really well and still has the ability to hit the ball from the crease. So I think that's what sets him apart from most batters around the world today.
Were you disappointed with the IPL auctions?
No, not at all. To be honest, I had no expectations. I've always been that person, always believed that if something's meant to be, it will be. And yeah, it wasn't meant to be. So that's it from my side. Yeah.
I hope you've not given up on the hope.
No, definitely. Look, if something's meant to happen in the near future, then, God's the best decider of that. But I can't force things that I have no control about. So yeah, not too fast by it.
So Keshav, you watched the IPL. You've also played in the other leagues. How would you look at the quality of cricket in South Africa T20 League? And how does that prepare you for the World Cup?
Yeah, look, I think the standard's quite high in the South African League. Just looking at the internationals that are coming and playing across the brand and style of cricket, 200's being chased down with ease these days, and that sort of thing. So, from a skill point of view, I think we sort of closing in on the IPL. It's only been our second year. I mean, the IPL is such a successful model, and the standard of cricket is extremely high. So I'm hoping that the SA20 can sort of bridge that gap as the years go by, and reach as high as it can go and close as possible to the IPL.
Did you enjoy playing the World Cup, even though, yes, you would have been very disappointed with the semi-final result?
Yeah, very much so. I think it was an amazing trip for us as a team. Sorry, it was an amazing trip for us as a team. Obviously, not being able to go the whole way, it was a bit of a disappointing end to what was, I thought, probably one of our better World Cups as a unit. And the way in which we bowed out the World Cup will always be remembered. But having said that, just from a personal point of view, I was very happy. At one stage, I was probably not going to make the World Cup side due to my recovery times, and just putting myself in a situation to be on the field again was the most grateful part of my journey at the World Cup. Just someone who's very grateful to be on the field again these days, having come off a long-term injury. I think it's given me a different perspective, but more importantly, it gave me time out to reflect on what things I could have done better. And yeah, I'd like to think I did it a little bit better in the World Cup.
Now, Keshav, this could be tricky. I'm sure South Africa have not been winning the ICC tournaments. India, in fact, the last 10 years, we've also been very, ordinary in terms of the ICC results. We've also failed to win any tournament. What exactly do you think happens with South Africa and India? And what separates them from teams like England, from teams like Australia, who the moment get there, know how to win the ICC tournaments?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Looking at people like Australia, more especially because they're one of the most successful teams in all formats of the World Cup. I think they just know how to win and how to turn up in the World Cup. But having said that, take nothing away. I think at the start of the tournament, not many people would have given us a chance to make it to the semi-finals, and I think we surprised a few. I think the cricket we displayed was really good and consistent. And hopefully we can build from that. I think India is another powerhouse in world cricket, and it's only a matter of time before they win a major title like the World Cup in the various formats. I think they played exceptional cricket, but came up against a strong Australian side who just know how to turn up in World Cup situations.
So could the result be different for both South Africa and India this World T20?
Yeah, fingers crossed. We always go there with a directive in mind to try and win the World Cup. So, hopefully that we can rectify that. It would be amazing if we could have a South Africa-India final. I think a lot of people, after the round robins, just hearing the locals in India saying that they want a South Africa-India final. Obviously, it wasn't meant to be this year, but hopefully this coming year, that can happen.
Well, if it's an India-South Africa game, we know the song the DJ is going to play for you. And very recently, there was a video which went viral. I think you came into bat and KL Rahul was telling you, Keshav bhai, every time you come out to bat, they play this song. The song was Jai Siya Ram.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, look, I think my faith in God is very staunch. I always believe that God's given me perspective and guidance and put me in a situation to where I am today. So I'm always grateful and give thanks. I'm a staunch devotee of Lord Hanuman and Lord Ram. So it's the least I can do to say thank you, and just to get me in my zone, make me focus through sort of hearing the Ram Siya Ram play in the background. So yeah, I've sent the request through to the DJ, and I'm very fortunate that he could play that for me when I entered.
So you were the one who proposed that song?
Yes, very much so.
And this Ram temple, I'm sure you followed that in South Africa, which has just been rebuilt. Any plans to visit that temple?
Yeah, unfortunately, the schedule doesn't allow us to visit for the inauguration of it, but I'm sure in the future I definitely would love to go and experience the temple in Ayodhya. Yeah, we'll just have to see when the schedule allows us to go there.
It's not so difficult. You are captaining Durban's Super Giant, and they also own Lucknow Super Giants, which is barely 2 hours drive from Ayodhya.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed. Like I said, hopefully in the near future we can arrange for that through maybe the Lucknow franchise, or my family have always wanted to go on pilgrimage to India. So, maybe it will be a nice family trip to go across.
Thank you so much, Keshav. Good luck to you and your team as well.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the time, and thank you for all the love and support.
Thank you.